For our first story, we have I 19 male am afraid to show it to her 20 female soft. How do I get over this? I'm all A 19 and my girlfriend is 20. We've been together since November of 2024. I have a decent size when I'm hard but it's small when it's soft. I've tried to do my best to avoid letting her see it's soft. Usually before sex I would just get hard beforehand, but recently she's been getting pretty touchy and she tried to put her hand in my pants a few days ago, but I tried to play it off since I didn't want her to see it soft. I want to let her do these types of things but I'm nervous to show it soft. She's the only person I've been with, so I don't know what to do and I don't know if it would bother her. That's the end of our first post. Let's see what the commenters had to say. Our first commenter says, I personally have always enjoyed observing the transformation. Don't be shy and just enjoy being someone who wants you. Our second commenter says, she knows how penises work. She understands that yours will be smaller when not erect. If she's putting her hand in your pants and trying to fondle it when it's soft, it's not because she's disappointed in it. Our third commenter says, you are overthinking this. Let her put her hand down your pants. She knows the mechanics of the beast. A lot of girls love to feel it grow in their hand. Just enjoy it. For our second story, we have my 35 female boyfriend, 36 male, broke up with me because he suddenly decided to immigrate to Italy. He does not speak the language or have a job there. Just been processing a lot over the last week. I had met a really wonderful man who was very kind to me. We didn't fight and seemed to have an emotionally intelligent relationship. Almost 2 weeks ago he came over to my home and told me that he felt as if he couldn't emotionally connect with me because he aspires to immigrate to Italy. The man was born and raised in America, does not speak Italian fluently and does not have any sort of job set up there. He aspires to get Italian citizenship via his heritage, which I understand can be very difficult. I am jarred as I did not see this coming or expect this at all. How do I process this and move on? I feel hurt and felt as if he was disingenuous with me all of the times he told me how wonderful I was. His friends all love me and think I am lovely and healthy for him. Is he completely out of his mind as much as I think he is? Since people keep asking and someone is disgruntled I didn't mention above, we had been together for about 4 months, and luckily for me, it wasn't any longer than that. That's the end of our second post. Let's see what the commenters had to say. Our first commenter says, so I take it this is like Chandler going to Yemen? Our second commenter says, do you think this guy is really moving to Italy? Or do you think he is an idiot that doesn't know how to break up with you cause there are no specific problems to your relationship to argue about, so he's just trying to making up stories because he doesn't want to look like the bad guy to his friends? Our third commenter says, greater than I feel hurt and felt as if he was disingenuous with me all of the times he told me how wonderful I was. It is entirely possible that his feelings were sincere and also that he has terrible, pie-in-the-sky judgment. It's also possible that he wanted to break up for unrelated reasons and Italy was just a convenient excuse. The detail about his friends thinking you were healthy for him makes me wonder about his previous relationships, and whether he's the type to freak out and withdraw when he ends up with someone who's actually a good match. For our last story, we have my parents took me 28 male to an arranged marriage meeting with a woman 28 female. So yeah, as the title says, I, a gay Indian man, male 28, was recently taken to meet a potential bride and her family. I'm out to myself and some close friends, but definitely not to my parents. They've been on my case about getting married, and despite my constant dodging, they finally set up a meeting without really asking me. I knew resisting too hard would just raise suspicion, so I went along with it, hoping to find a way out later. The whole experience was surreal. The girl was actually really sweet. I think she sensed my discomfort because she kept the conversation light and even joked about how weird the whole arranged marriage process is. I couldn't help but wonder if she was also being pressured into this. Meanwhile, our parents were busy discussing horoscopes, family backgrounds, and future plans, completely oblivious to the fact that I had zero interest in this marriage, or any marriage with a woman for that matter. The fear of what happens if I finally come out and disappoint my family. Has anyone been in a similar situation? How do you navigate this without causing a complete fallout? That's the end of our last post. Let's see what the commenters had to say. Our first commenter says, not been in a similar situation but am half Indian so have seen it happen. You don't navigate it without causing a complete fallout. You and I both know how degenerate Indian culture can be when it comes to marriages, especially arranged marriages, family honor, submitting to your parents' will, etc. You either agree to it, run the very real and very high risk of being miserable and regretting the arranged marriage, or you can cause a very real and potential rift between you and your parents. Our second commenter says, Step 1. Find a single Indian lesbian. Step 2. Introduce her to your parents as your partner. Step 3. Marriage. Step 4. Each of you are now free to do your own thing, free of parent expectations. Step 5. Profit? Our third commenter says, if you tell your parents, you risk the relationship with them. You are a grown man and can deal. If you go through with marriage to a woman, you destroy an innocent woman's life. That is unconscionable. Women should not be deceived in this manner. I am not in your culture, but that is my take. Either find a lesbian or asexual woman who is willing to enter a fake asexual marriage like you for similar reasons, or face the reality of your situation and come clean. But don't ruin a whole other person's life for your deception. I am the mother of a grown lesbian child, and I thank the fates we are in a country and culture where she can be herself. Her girlfriend is a lovely person and perhaps they will marry one day. If we were in a culture like yours, I would advise her as I advise you. That's all for today. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.